Hello, MGTOW. Hello, men. This is Howard Dare. Thanks for stopping by. So, how to get what you want from women. That's what I want to talk about. But first, let me say thank you to everybody who's been stopping by, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, even donating. I really appreciate it. And let me also say, concerning my podcast, are games art? I am pleased to announce that most people agree that games are art, that they are the height of technical achievement. So even though they are a commercial endeavor, they are also an artistic endeavor from many, many people. And even though the individual who's maybe working on the texture designs of a particular level isn't able to express his complete vision, he's able to express some of what he wants to say. And often it's the last subversive, it's the last place that a man can put out a message that doesn't go along with the status quo, with the gynocentric bullshit world. So check it out. It wasn't a very good podcast though. Anyway, how to get what you want from women. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, the title might be a little clickbaity of me. Yeah, but hear me out. Hear me out, because I have some important points to make that I think are going to be very helpful and useful. I'm sure many of you are saying, Howard, you can't get what you want from women. It just doesn't work that way. The minute a woman knows what you want from her, she will simply use it to, exploit resources and express a basic kind of whore nature. And this is an evolutionary trait. I call it the whore gene. And it's understandable. It's related to the pleasure principle. It's related to the idea that all the mammals want as much as possible for as little effort as possible because we evolved from a place of limited resources and competitive exclusion. So yeah, those traits are built right into us. So the woman is always acting like a whore. She's always holding back the things that are needed. She's always mainly concerned with her own security, things like that. Men too. Okay, so the way that you get, so hear me out. The way you get what you want from women is you lower your expectations of what you want from women, or rather what you expect from women, right? Because here's the thing. I believe that men expect way too much from women, okay? Basically, what do you expect from a woman? Now, there's a problem here, and this is why I wanted to bring up this topic, okay? Because I don't think you could expect much from a woman much more than an intelligent dog. I'm sorry. When you can, now look, I'm not comparing anybody's worth. I'm not comparing anybody's rights. I am comparing a woman to a high functioning, capable man, a working man, not a dependent, not somebody who's been coddled or carried or helped along. Some of you know what I mean, right? It's like, it's the last thing in the universe that you want to mess around with. It really is. And I'm not trying to be a jerk about it. So when you compare, and many men don't get there, you know what I mean? Like a young man, no, he's still working towards it. Although a particular man might get to this stage in his early 20s or even younger, and another man might never get there. And it has to do with challenge too, you know what I mean? With real difficulty, with really getting beat up. Now, women know trauma, women know struggle, so they can develop the character, that I'm talking about. But society itself and women won't shut up and won't stop saying that men and women are equal. Men are not equal to each other, right? I go up to somebody who's much more accomplished than I am, who's got a lot more experience than I am, and I say, hey, how's it going? And he says, don't waste my time. Get out of here. And it's like, it's the truth of it, right? I don't get to fight with Floyd Mayweather. I don't get to spar and train, with those guys. They just look at me and they say, stop wasting my time. Go away. But we live in a culture and a society that says the woman is your equal. So it really is like you're out there on a construction site and you're consulting with, other accomplished builders and engineers, and some idiot person who doesn't know anything, comes up and says, no, we don't need to dig a foundation here. No. We don't need to plan out any of this stuff. We're just going to pitch it up like it's a tent. Carry on. That's how women act. So the expectation of what the woman is capable of doing, of what she's, hey, don't you want to be an equal partner, right? Isn't that the way to go? An equal partnership? How much do we hear that bullshit, okay? She can't work. Oh yeah, they get paid, but they don't work. And yet we constantly hear that the modern woman wants an equal partner. An equal partner in what? In getting your ass kicked by life? She doesn't want an equal partner in that. She'll start to cry. So the man is raised with this expectation that a woman is his equal partner, that she's just as capable as he is on the job, that she's just as capable at school, that she's just as capable of dealing with emotions and dealing with rationality. She's not. She even thinks that she is. Have you ever seen a little woman walk up to a group of men? It's amazing. You check it out. Right? Like a group of workers just hanging around, and a woman who's got like some, mid-level authority, right? Some like mid-level manager, right? Gee, I wonder how she got there. Because she certainly didn't get, some of them got there based on their ability. Of course they did. Plenty of them did. But so many of them didn't, right? Like Emma Watson talking about feminism while posing topless for Vanity Fair in her new movie. It's like, come on. You're not, men don't respect that. People of people who have experience, who work in the real world, that are not privileged, that aren't entitled, they don't respect that. But women are told that even with all their behavior, so with her putting on her makeup and showing her tits, she's the equal of some guy who gets up, before dawn and works all day long, well into the evening, right? And he does that every day of his life for years and years and years, right? And every day of her life, she just gets up, puts on her makeup, and smiles and makes friends, and puts on pretty clothes, and makes political connections and social connections, and wonders, and is amazed at how smart she is and how capable she is, right? Because whatever she wants, other people do for her. So she's your equal. She's not your equal, okay? She can't do anything. And yet the men are raised to think that she's the equal. So stop with the expectations, But here's the thing. Here's the problem, right? That if she says, we're going to be equal partners in this, and you know that that's absurd, right? And you say to her, come on, we're not going to be equal partners in this at all. As a matter of fact, that's why you really have to be really nice and sweet and kind and generous and helpful and thoughtful and considerate all the time of me and my feelings. And, I just have to work really hard. That's the truth of it. So don't even play it, right? If you kind of express that to a woman in any sort of a setting, in any sort of a situation, in any sort of a project, if you just say to her, look, you're not going to really be doing any of the work, you know that. I want you to just kind of like handle the interaction between the people and keep everything pleasant and stay out of the way, if you don't mind, concerning the work, because it's a serious job, right? So if you actually say that to women, right? You're sexist. You're getting fired. You can't even think it. You can't act that way. I can say it here on, the Howard Dare YouTube channel, right? That's what we do here. But no, you can't say that. You can't act that way at work. You can't meet a woman and she starts saying, yeah, I'm in competitive sports. It's like, oh, really? You play softball? It's like, okay, great. Maybe she really does though. Or, or cycling, maybe she's a great cyclist or something like that. I don't mean to be disparaging or anything like that. It's just that in 9 times out of 10, no, she can barely navigate it through a doorway, right, without bumping into shit, let alone the idea that she can actually work hard and get a job done, and do it in some sort of like a sporting or an athletic manner. Yeah, speaking of which, we have the spring is upon us, people. Spring is upon us. So soon we'll be playing baseball, right? Yeah, check it out. Well, I guess you don't play it in all the parts of the world. Of course not. But yeah, check it out. Check it out. What you're going to see is you're going to see a bunch of girls' softball teams is what you're going to see. And, there's a lot of pageantry, a lot of colors. The uniforms are going to be really clean and neat. That's always something else, too. When I pull up alongside of a bike or something like that, and it's like some badass bike, all I need to do is glance at it and see how it's ridden, how it's used, what kind of wear and tear is on the tires. And you guys know that I mean, this is a metaphor for life in general, right? That I can walk up to a person and I can tell what kind of life they live. And as I said earlier, we don't really care so much what someone says, but rather what they do, because we live in a world of reality where things have to get done. So stop with this unreasonable expectation. I know it's crazy. In a lot of ways, I'm actually advocating for men to go back to a tradcon mindset, So the women have come forward and they say that there are equals and they can do anything men can do, and they want to be treated with this equal dignity and respect. And you have to do it in the social setting, but they can't do any of the things. You know what I mean? If a man ever acted like a woman acted, you'd never let him on a job site. You just say, I'm sorry, go try your hand at writing or knitting or something, some sort of craft. But I can't even have you around. That's what a lot of the blue pill men in my comment section don't understand. And a lot of the feminist women, in my comment section, it's like, Howard Dare is an example of misogyny and how women have been being abused for thousands of years and the sex they've been forced into. And it's like, oh my God. It's like, no, I'm actually a really nice guy. And I feel really sorry for you walking around with those kind of horrible thoughts in your mind. And I feel sorry for any of the men or any of the people around you that you kind of like use this victim mentality and mindset with, to just beat the shit out of them. And I really am talking about like kind of the status quo. I have to actually fight against having these thoughts. I have to actually remind myself that my expectations of women being my equal are completely unreasonable. And another thing, I have to get rid of this idea that I'm in an egalitarian society. I'm not. I'm in a gynocentric society. And I believe that you guys, men, MGTOW, for as bad as things are, I believe that there's something blocking the man's progress and his ability to deal with this situation. And I believe that he doesn't want to face the reality that it is, this gynocentric, it is this female-based, it is this manipulative, it is this underhanded. She's not your equal, but you have to act like she's your equal. She's not your better. You have to act like she's your better, right? This person's calling you a racist 30, 40 times a day, and you're not a racist, but he is, or she is, or they are. The mainstream media wants to talk about how bad the man is with his Russian connections. I'm talking about Trump. And meanwhile, he really does have to fix the economy, take care of the security of the country, take care of the job market, take care of the infrastructure, take care of, the trade situation. That's what he has to do. And these people want to, just make up gossipy stuff to like undercut and distract from where the real job is so that they can continue to exploit the situation. So that's a female tactic. That's how women do it. That is what you can expect. That's all. Now, if you meet a nice woman and she likes you and she wants to get together with you, she's going to be nice for a while until the attraction wears off. Don't bond to them like that. Don't expect this male mother need, this confidant, this soulmate. And don't expect this equal partner either. Or rather, go ahead and expect a true equal partner. See if that works. There'll be some women who are capable of it. I have no doubt about that. That would require complete honesty. And there's a great danger in that of saying, look, I don't even want an emotional attraction to you. Not the way you think of, not in that Disney princess kind of way. I don't mind developing, some sort of mutual feelings, but no, not this kind of fantasy, romantic female worship, this desperate seeking for validation. As if the woman is going to, bring meaning to a man's life. You got to stop expecting that. You have to be able to be honest. You have to be able to say, no, there's no emotional attachment. It's a physical attraction. We have to be compatible and things like that. A woman who takes care of herself, who pays her own bills, who isn't emotionally damaged, has a good attitude, is supportive, is nice, and you could be the same way. And you would still maintain traditional male-female roles. Otherwise, the whole biology of a situation gets messed up. Anyway, I've kind of gone off track here. Not really, though. What I'm saying is that the expectations need to be much more reasonable and much more in line with reality. And that the society and the culture itself is saying, no, you can't do that. And if you try to approach a woman with this, MGTOW honesty and truthfulness, where she should respect it. And I believe some women will. I really do. I believe the intelligent ones will. A lot of them will be like, you're not even allowed to talk or think that way. So that's what I'm saying is the conflict. You know what I mean? That the expectation isn't just the expectation. They're walking around and demanding, that you treat them in this way, that they don't act in that way. So it's this horrible mindfuck that the men are put through. And I'm also saying that where you're told that you're in this egalitarian equal society where we respect everybody's rights and we're all equal and we have to watch out for everybody's feelings. That's not true. If you're a white man, it's not true at all. And what I'm saying to you guys is that as bad as that sounds, if you can just kind of like accept it and just kind of remember it, you won't be so upset when you get screwed over by it or when you see the things that it does. You'll even understand it a little bit. And it'll be like you can almost smile and laugh at it and avoid it, rather than you just get smacked by it and run down by it. And now, you're all hurt and damaged and angry and crying about it, not knowing how you're going to go forward in life. Because it's that bad. So that's what I'm saying. That's how you get what you want from women. You recognize that they can only give you this very limited stuff, and how you treat them is going to dictate how they behave largely. And society itself is saying, that you can have these expectations of women that they just can't fulfill in any way, shape, or form. Okay, let me know what you think about this in the comments section below. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, donate, and join me again, Howard Dare, as I plan to have more content for you. Thank you, MGTOW.